Hi everyone. Just wanted to share with you a project that we've been working on, which is all jelly prints that we made on our gel plate. And um, how I teach this is that we use just half of a sheet when we have an 8.5 by 11, and one sheet we make a book, the No Sew Journal with. And then all the other pieces that are left, which I have some in here. These are all some of the pages, little pieces that wouldn't fit in a book. And so this is going to become a scroll. So we're going to be, I'm not finished with it yet, but just to kind of show you real quick, it's going to be a scroll. And it can be just rolled up like this. If you want to make a different type of closure, you can. But I'll be putting it on a stick, and then it gives me the back side, which is just the collage paper from the jelly print. And this is just the roll of paper you can get at the dollar store, which is the packing brown paper. And I like it because, I don't know if you can see, it has little grid marks. And so I just measured out 4, which is about 4 inches. And so that's the width of the paper. And so we just made our grid collage on this. Actually, I think I've got it upside down, but like this. So we just cut squares or little strips. Then after that, I ripped some pieces and layered some more stuff on top. I'm not done. I was just playing with some of my different Posca pens. I'm still going to be doing some more mark making, and I'll be doing stenciling, but with it's not modeling paste. I'll be using acrylic paint that I thicken, so it's going to leave some more texture. So I'm not done playing with that, but this is what this looks like. And then I made a no-sew journal like this, with all the other halves of the paper and whatever else was left. And so I just used a cardstock, and then I just applied one of the prints there. That was one of the jelly prints, and this was another one. And I just glued in some, okay, I'm forgetting the name of it, but it'll come back to me in a second. And so basically what it is all my collage papers end up in a book. So this I can practice even if I want to doodle or whatever it is I want to do with them. And so I put all the collage papers that we made. We did some of these were painted by us by hand, and then the other ones that we did, we took the same color scheme, and then we did some on jelly print, which gave us all these different patterns, which is a lot of fun. And so we used pretty much copy paper. I do have some that were tissue paper, the wet tissue paper, and whatever I used, whatever I could fit in here, I did, because the way this no-sew journal is made, and I've got a video on it. Oh, where is it? Okay. So basically, all your signatures are just tied with this. I just used some little string wool that I had. So these are fun because I can, if I want this piece of paper for another collage, I have it here, and I can always, add more to this little book as I want. And they pretty much stay all in there. So, these are all the papers that we did, some on the book paper. I'll be doing more of these, but these little books are a lot of fun because now I have all this here, and then all the other little odds and ends that I had that wouldn't fit in the book, I kind of put in here, because when I was taking strips, and basically I like taking strips rather than ripping, but now they're small enough, so if I want to just rip like a little strip, and then, just glue pieces like here and there, like where my seams were, I was able to do that, and then just keep adding as I went along. So that was kind of like a fun part. I've also actually, I don't show it here, but I've actually cut some of the pieces out like in a circle. I even cut some out of in hearts, whatever shapes that I have in cutouts. So that's another, or you could draw an image of something and then cut it out. Could be a bird, could be a leaf, whatever. So these are kind of fun to play with. The possibilities are amazing. What I like about this project is that on a shelf, I mean, I didn't finish embellishing this. I could put a word, a sentiment, doesn't matter. So on a shelf, I'll have this design, and then when I do the scroll, I'll have this scroll sitting next to it. And now I'm working on these little pieces here. This is the next project I'm doing with the Art Pod, and these are just cardboard boxes, which they are actually, if you look at them, it's just a coffee box. I just cut them all in 3.5 by 5, 3.5 by 5, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And I just on the back side here, this cardboard had this, so I ripped some of it off, and then some of it came off like this, and then I just applied acrylic paint, and then whatever I was playing with, I just grabbed in my little pile here, whatever, and then I just started collaging different things. If there was a full sheet, I would put a full sheet. So on the back side, this was a full sheet, so now I'm gonna keep playing with that and do some other stuff. And so there's some pieces left of that, so I just kind of added it to this, but I could always draw around here, you know, and this is the fun part. So this piece here, I had painted kind of like a muddy color, and I didn't really like it, so I just added a bit of that blue. So now it's up to embellishing, excuse me. And the goal of this is that we're going to do like this type of project. It's going to be a slip knot book, and these are just all the cardboard, and so we can embellish them, put words, pictures. We can do more collage on top, like I did here with some of the other papers that I have. So this ends up being a nice little slip knot book. So on my shelf, I'll have this. I'll have my scroll, if I make a scroll, and I may make something else, but the scroll to me is fun. It looks nice. And then I'll have a slip knot little cardboard book. And what else am I going to do? I think I might do like a nice one wooden plaque collage. So this is what I'm working on, but I want to be able to have like one palette of color that I can play with at a time. So for example, that was a little color mixing project that I did using the names and then the colors that I get, and then I just kind of did a little whatever mark making on there to kind of show what I had. And then yesterday, where did I put that one? I'm like the mad professor at times. I've got so many things all over the place. But okay, so that's that. I'm just cutting up. Now I'm going to do my little things like this on. These are just nice 12 by 12 sheets that I have. So I think what I'm going to do is I will make my little color swatch in here, my notes, and then I'm going to make a booklet out of it. I haven't decided what kind of binding yet I want to do. But anyways, I'll figure that out as I go, because I want to be able to have a reference. Oh yes, here's my thing. So this is the ones that I was playing with yesterday. And so I wrote down the colors, and then I kind of mix them, and it shows me if I want this color, what I need to do. So this is kind of fun. I chose a lot of colors here, so I'm going to limit my palette to maybe like 3 main colors, and then maybe just a brown and a black or whatever. I'll see how I go. Not a brown and a black, a white and a brown. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, okay, so this is my upstairs loft, where all my art supply is now, as I'm teaching some classes, and I have an art pod. These people have been with me for over a year, so we come and we have all these little projects that we're playing with. And then today I learned some different techniques on other stuff, mark making for the jelly print, and so I think I may be playing with that, and I may do a video on that. So I'd appreciate your comments if there's something that you want to see, you'd like to learn. Let me know in the comment section. Sorry, just grabbing a book here. I did this video on this type of book, which got a lot of comments. So this again is the No-Sew Journal, which I used all the, this is photocopy paper that I aged by crumpling it, and then I had a whole bunch of leftover acrylic paint and I just dipped it in. So it was kind of a muddy color, but I like that. And then I did a cover, and so this is the front, and I had some material, so I just kind of played with this. This is going to be a, I don't know what kind of journal yet. I haven't decided. I could age this even some more if I want. I haven't decided. When I did this scroll here with these colors, this was all like the reds, the yellows, and the whites with a little bit of black. And so there was a lot of pages left. And so I made this little no-sew journal with all the pictures, or the prints, sorry, that I made. And then I just started doodling in some of them. I like the fact that these are nice and soft, and they're a good size to just drop in my pocket if I want, or my purse, and bring with me, or sit outside if I want, and just kind of doodle. So I had doodled an graphic design here, and just whatever, swirls. And so, but if I want this page to be part of a collage, I can just easily take it out, which is perfect, right? So this is what I want to do going forward, is picking out a palette, or making my palette, making my own papers. And from my papers, I can make this one here. I made it into my lower chakra scroll, which I kind of scrolled or wrote all in the back, my affirmations, and then I just sponged a little bit of white acrylic on there so that nobody could read what I wrote, but I know what I wrote. So that's the nice thing about that. I could make hanging pieces, so it looks nice when it's on my shelf, and I have the scroll, and I have the book, right? And then anything else, if I need some of these colors, I can just go and grab a piece if I'm doing a bigger collage. So this was the big fun of it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy some of the funky stuff that I do. I call it funky, but I like it. So yes, please leave me a comment if there's something you would like to see, and I'll try to do different, maybe specific type of demonstration. Either it's the jelly print or whatever. All right, well, thanks for now, and I appreciate all your comments, and I'm up to over 360 subscribers right now, so that's amazing. Anyway, thank you so much, and hope you have a great day. Bye for now.